First, I would like to start with this. Of course, always, the hearts of good people go for those who lost their loved ones, right? Having said that, they report that Tamerlan is dead, but I don't believe that. I don't believe that. I don't think he's dead. I hope he's not dead. But maybe for his own sake, maybe it's better, because if he has been framed like this looks ugly. This looks terribly ugly. Because I know these two boys, I just don't believe they could go to that extent.
Why is that?
There has to have motive. I don't see the motive. I don't see it, and I don't even comprehend it. And again, the other part, because I don't see the motive, I don't see the reason. And, you know, the act was horrible, atrocious. What could bring them to that act if my nephews have done that? Then I don't see any evidence. All I see is footage that was caught by camera. Guys are walking, knowing their faces and knowing how they will react. I don't see, like, you know, something worried in the sense of the face. Not Tamerlan, not Dzhokhar. You would believe if a person went out to commit something so horrible, atrocious, so ugly, wouldn't you think that, you know, there would be some worry, anger, some despair in the face? But there's none in their faces. Not Tamerlan's, not Dzhokhar's. And as I said, I read all the material that's on internet. What points to that? Only words that they are suspects. Some reporter over the phone told me, do you know that they have material that they're putting those backpacks close to the container? I said, I would believe that if I see those pictures. All I hear, this said, other agencies said, or some other sources said, you have to see this. I am a lawyer from background. That's why I need evidence. But now we don't have evidence, but the whole world have pictures of these two boys that have been hunted, and supposedly Tamerlan is dead. God forbid that is true. I don't know. It's horrible. I don't believe that. If I would believe that, my reaction would be different. I wouldn't be able to speak here. First, I have to find out where I am with information. That's why I went there. You know, I just heard my brother's statement. Some things like, you know, he was angry with Tamerlan because he did not become yet what his uncle wanted to see him. Because he was very promising, Tamerlan. And Ruslan, my younger brother, he wanted him to be successful.
Your brother seemed very angry at them. Do you share that anger for what they've done?
Don't say what they have done.
What they appear to have done?
Agencies claim they have done.
Do you have a message for?
Agencies claim they have done, but I cannot say they have done.
Do you have a message? No matter what, Dzhokhar is on the run.
Though? Your brother was very angry.
He was angry. What I'm saying, I came out here to say my feeling.
I understand.
Because as I said, I was not so hopeful of achievements of Tamerlan as Ruslan, my younger brother. You know, I never was angry with him, you know, with his, that he stopped being a boxer, that he stopped studying. But having all this, maybe Ruslan, my younger brother, was caught in some, you know, first reaction, this is what you get, like, how could this happen? Could they do that? That was my first reaction when I got out of bed. But then when I went through the information...
You don't believe it?
I don't believe it.
But you should...
I don't want to sound repetitive. I'm a lawyer from back home, and there's 4 of us in the family. I cannot lightly accept this kind of accusations without supporting evidence. I cannot. Forgive me, but I cannot.
Accusations aside, Dzhokhar is on the run. Do you have a message for him?
What do you want to hear? To say, Dzhokhar, if you're innocent, go and explain yourself. But, I don't know, would he be on the run? Is he on the run? Because that's That's
he's
what
hiding.
information says. And I don't know the situation. As I said, one reporter said over the phone to me this morning, since, I'm not believing so lightly in what is given to the world as media information. She said, would you believe if you see them putting those socks next to the container? I said, give me something to believe. Give me something. If they're putting it next to container, if their faces are shown, and if there's specialists, they confirm, yes, it's them. Because I'm a Chechen. I live, until I moved here to Canada, this is what I live with. We've always been prosecuted for being Chechens because, history goes back long and long. First, we're Nazi collaborators. That's why the whole nation had been deported to Central Asia, Kazakhstan steppes. Then we're not taken to study to the universities back home in Kyrgyzstan because we're Chechens. There's a lot of stuff.
With all that, would
That's
it be a
why
shame
we
to then take a bombing
studied mainly law, just to find some way to protect ourselves.
Do you understand the boys would have done this for those reasons?
No. Would you want to lose just to waste your life just like that? For what beliefs?
Well,
I don't know them to have any strong beliefs.
Are there any?
You have to keep in mind that I do not believe these two boys have done that act of atrocity, killing those people on the street. And I will not believe that until I get evidence, material supporting that accusation. And when I have all this, you all please come, see my reaction, and then ask me what I think, okay? Because when you do not believe that they committed these atrocities as they've been accused, how can you get my reaction or my opinion on that? Here's this person standing who does not believe that they did that. I spoke to the FBI after I read all this, and I felt I have to say to them that I cannot just sit around and listen and read whatever is thrown out there in the media, because too much has been thrown into media, not just regarding this issue, all issues in the world. But we people used to just swallow everything. Oh yes, government said that, we have to believe this. Government said that, we have to believe this also. Nobody's analyzing, nobody's thinking, nobody's requesting any
You
proof.
called them or they called you?
I called them and I said, please take that into account. Give evidence. Give at least evidence to family members. Because I will never accuse my relatives, my close nephews, without having evidence. Evidence first. Because we're not talking about something small. We're talking about 3 dead people, 100-something injured. And I do not believe, I just do not believe our boys would do that.
Why do you say that?
You may not like it, but too many events have been taken in these countries, apart from countries back home, when government agencies do stuff. If somebody wants to convince me, show me evidence. I am going back to this again. Show me evidence. Evidence.
Here's a photo.
Evidence.
Here's a photo of the scene showing with the FBI photo of your nephew, and there's the victim in front.
He is standing. That's what I see. What else? What else do you see? The guy is standing here. I see his face. What else do you see? If you see circled face of this guy, would you put him also and accuse him of blowing up people? How difficult is that? Give us evidence. If nobody else is asking for them, give me evidence. I'm a lawyer from back home. Give me evidence. I participated in court sessions where I had to prove innocence of other accused people. So, relatively, do that the same. Give me evidence. All you showed me, circled face of a man's face in a hat, standing like this. What else?
Okay, well, this is the FBI photo. This is where it's taken from.
Okay, what I'm saying is,
Look this way.
why FBI does not give me more? If I'm asking, if somebody else is asking, fine. But for me to be convinced that these two nephews of mine committed these kind of atrocities cannot be taken lightly. Convince me. And again, I'm repeating myself, then you will come back and see my reaction. Okay? Then you will come back and say, what do you think? You have all the evidence they have done this. Then naturally, I guess, whatever I feel will come out. Natural. It's so natural. What is so different about it?
What is it about your